Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Chillinwithlanda. I have another story time, y'all. I'm excited to tell this story. You can tell by the title what I'm going to be talking about. Maybe I'm going to change the title. I haven't even really figured out what I'm going to name this story time, but we'll get there. If you're new to my channel, hey, welcome. If you enjoyed this story time, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like a video, and leave a comment down below. And if you're returning, hey, let's go ahead and get into it. So I was about, it doesn't matter. I was a young lady. I'm maybe like 19, maybe 20. I have this friend named Eva. I've known Eva since high school, since ninth grade. That's my girl. We've been rocking it for years, and we still cool to this day because we was joking about this story time not too long ago. Eva, my girl, she was very naive back then, just like I was. She was easily, she just was easy. I don't know, like not easy as in being a cut. When she was naive. Like she was you can pretty much get your way with her. Let's just say that. We would be on these little websites. I can't even remember the website. I want to say Moco Space. I really want to say Moco Space, right? So I was on Moco Space. I remember my username, Plump Princess 2000 and whatever. Plump Princess, I remember that. I don't remember the rest of the numbers, but she had a Moco Space profile too. One day we was at the house chilling, we were bored. She told me some guy messaged her on the app, and I'm like, cool, show me a picture, because that's what you do. When you with your homegirl, I want to see how he looked. She showed me a picture. He looked okay. He looked pretty young, light skin, had like hazel kind of eyes. He had like little dreads in his head, and he looked clean and nice to me. So I'm like, hey girl, talk to him. So she's messaging him back, and I guess they kick it off. So I don't ask much questions about it. She showed me the guy profile picture. I mind my business. That happened. Okay, so I guess them two was like talking and hanging out. I mean, not hanging out. So they was talking because we haven't got there yet. But so I guess them two had been talking on the phone and getting to know each other. And so Eva would call me and she would tell me how this guy, he's like cool. He don't seem like the other guys on the app. He seems like he has sense and he's nice. And but she tells me she wanted more pictures of him because on the app on Moco Space, he had like two pictures. I think he had like a profile picture and he had like one picture of him standing at afar by a tree. Like we could not see him. But the profile picture was handsome, so I'm like, girl, go. But she told me that she was asking him for more pictures, and every time she would ask him for pictures, he would give her the runaround. Like, give her excuses and oh, he got a new phone. She said he told her he just got a new phone and or it's broken or he can't find it was always an excuse. So she even was like, that's kind of weird. He's on the app but he can't send me pictures. And I'm like, yeah girl, that's kind of weird too, because most people who's on the app who's legit, they have like numerous pictures. They have a couple pictures, you know what I'm saying? So we thought that was kind of weird. We was talking about it. We did think that was kind of weird, but maybe he just wasn't, a photogenic person. Maybe he just didn't take pictures. She would talk about this guy day in and day out. Eva was falling hard for this guy. She was so excited. Every day she would come hang with me, or every other day we would hang out. Eva would talk about this guy. And I think I'm going to give him a name. So, let me think of a name for this man. Let's just call him what he is, Liar. We're going to call this guy Liar. Okay, so me and Eva, we discussed this guy. She's liking him. She's talking about him. Even sometimes when me and her around, she would be on the phone with this guy. I'm not sure that we had video back then. We did have video, but it probably would have been grainy and stuff. We wasn't FaceTiming back then. So every time me and her was around each other, she would be on the phone with him. He would be on speaker. He had a nice voice. I mean, he sounded pretty handsome. You can't really go by voices, but he sounded pretty handsome. He had a nice deep voice. He didn't sound like nothing was wrong. I had a little beat down car in front of my dad's house that was not running. So me and Eva would sit outside and inside of the car When we wanted to listen to music or just get out the house, we would sit in that beat up, run down, not working car. Yeah, we did. We would sit in there and chill. So one day she called Liar on the phone and he picked up. So she got him on speaker and I'm just sitting there listening because I don't know. I just felt that it was weird that he couldn't send her no more pictures. I already was getting little red flags. Honey, not my wig slipping back. Um, I thought that was weird, so I wanted to be around while she had him on speaker. And I'm sitting there and she talking, even talking to Liar, and he's busy. Every time she would call him, he would be busy on the phone. He couldn't really talk for long. But well, at least that's what I seen when she was around me. I'm not sure what she did when she was alone, but around me, he couldn't really talk on the phone long. So I was kind of feeling like, something is not right. So she asked him again on speaker, can he send some pictures? And he says, oh, I'm a model. I really want to send you more pictures, but I'm a model and my agency, they really don't allow us to send pictures out to people. I just can't really send pictures right now. And because I'm a model and I just can't see, pictures. And I'm sitting in the seat in the car and I'm just looking at Eva and I'm thinking in my head, is you falling for this bull crap? She only had this one picture from the profile and Eva is like falling for this guy at this point. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, that's weird. And I was younger, so that kind of it was a red flag, but I was like, okay, maybe he's into a contract. Or I don't know how the modeling thing works. Maybe he's into a contract or something like that. Maybe he can't send out pictures. I thought it was bull crap, but also he could have been telling the truth. I just thought it was bull crap. I just really thought that my girl I just didn't know what to think. I did try to talk to Evie, y'all, and I asked her, you feel comfortable just having one picture of this person, you don't really care to see him? I won't say I pushed the envelope for her to see him, but I kind of pushed the envelope for her to see him because I was curious. I wanted to see what was going to go down. And she knew that. So I guess them two was talking, Liar and Eva, and they came to an agreement to meet. And of course she come to me and she asked me, she said, do I want to go with her to see Liar? And I'm like, of course, girl, why not? Because I just have to be there to see it. We didn't have any cars. From where me and Eva was, we had to get on the bus. We got on the bus. And on the way on the bus, it was like we had to catch two buses to where Liar stayed. So we get on the first bus, me and Eva, and we're talking. And the whole ride to the first stop, he's texting her like just provocative things. Like, I don't know. He's texting her like, I don't know. She's showing me the messages and he's asking her, oh, you gonna let me give you a massage? We all know what that means. You gonna sit on my lap. You gonna cuddle with me? Things like that. So I'm like, okay, I ain't the brightest light bulb, but my antennas was going up. I'm like, okay, maybe my friend finna be catfish. But I sat there, y'all, and I didn't say anything because I just had to see this unfold. So I didn't really say anything. I did think that maybe, it could have been a bad idea for safety reasons, but we was young and we was wild and we was out there. We was on this bus at this point. So them two still talking, Liar and Eva. I'm sitting there. I'm excited. I'm minding my business, but not really, cause I'm with Eva. We going to see Liar. So then we get off the first bus. We cross the street. Go to the next bus stop. Wait for the other bus. And he's still with the same thing. She's pretty much rebuttaling his text messages. Every time he asks about something like massaging or like cuddling, she would kind of rebuttal and kind of try to steer the conversation elsewhere. Like she was trying to ask him, can we go out to eat? What we're going to do? What's to do at your house? Things like that. His conversation was very old school. Like, I don't know. His responses was very old school. Like, I don't know, you want to go cut a rug? Like, who says that? We don't cut rugs. We dance. Like, anyway, so we on the bus. We bus stop. We wait for the bus to come. The bus come pick us up. Me and Eva get on the bus. And she's texting him. And she's like, oh, we're on the second bus. I think we're like maybe 5 to 7 minutes down the street from the bus. I'm on my phone texting my friends. I'm like, yo, this is where I'm at. Me and Eva going to see this guy named Liar. And this is where we're headed to. I'm texting people, just minding my business on the bus. Minding my business, but not really. All right, so we getting closer. We like 4, 5 stops away from getting off the bus. So she texts Liar and she's like, hey, I think we're like 5 minutes away. Can you come down, come outside or come down the street? Not sure, but we're almost there. So he texts, okay, I'm about to get up and come outside so y'all can see me. I'm like, okay. So she's getting nervous. Eva is getting nervous. She's like, oh my goodness, I've been talking to this guy on the phone for like weeks and I haven't seen him for real. And she's apparently sent many, many pictures to him, but none returned, which was just strange. He talked about how his life was just so extravagant. He's this model and he owns like 2 cars and he has this nice house. And, because of his agency, I'm sorry, baby, I just can't send you no pictures. We get off this damn bus. We get off the bus. And so, I guess we had to walk down the street. So she's on the phone with Liar and she's like, yeah, me and my friend, we just got off the bus. Oh, yeah, by the way, I didn't mention he knew that I was coming, y'all. So Eva is on the phone with Liar and she's like, yeah, man, we just got off the bus. Where are you? Where do you stay? And he's like, okay, well, if you at the bus stop, I stay down the street. You're going to have to walk down the street. And she's like, okay, cool. We're going to walk down the street. And I ain't like walking. I sweat, y'all. I sweat so bad. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Me and Eva walking down the street on the phone. She's just nervous. She's talking to me, telling me how she's just nervous. And I'm like, girl, calm down. He sound handsome on the phone. He sound fine on the phone. He should be straight. Like, we good. We just walking down the street. She's still texting Liar like, okay, are you outside? And he's responding, yeah. And she's telling him we're getting closer to this house. And so we just walking and we walking. So we get closer. We're getting closer down the street. And so she's texting him. She have a phone in her face. And so she's like, yeah, what house am I supposed to be at? So he's like, I'm right here. You don't see me? We seen somebody outside in the street, but we didn't think it was him. So he was like, you don't see me? She texted him back. She was like, no, what's your house number? He was like, you don't need the house number. I'm right here in the middle of the street. So we're walking, we're walking in like maybe, I don't know how many feet, maybe 20, 25 feet ahead of us. We see this. It's a man. It was a man. Normal height, normal size. He had on this bright orange jump sweatsuit. He had one pants leg rolled up like LL Cool J. He had on no undershirt with the sweat top. He had it zipped down to like the middle of his stomach. He had his peasy hairs, chest hairs sticking out of the zipper. He was sucking on a grape lollipop. So his tongue was just purple.
Calling the police.
Mind you, I don't think I've ever seen a man suck on a lollipop besides him. And his head was just full of gray hair. I'm talking about salt and pepper. At this age I am now, I'm 30 now. He would have been very handsome for me. But when we were 19, so me and Eva is walking up. And we just see this old man who just looked washed up and sucking on his grape lollipop with this purple tongue. And as me and her walking up, I can hear her under her breath. She's like, And I'm just doing my arm like this to her. I'm like, But it's too late for us to really like say anything because he's standing here and we're just walking up. It was too late to turn back. What a mess. So we eventually walk up to him, flabbergasted, just completely blindsided, child. Just, how can you lie? Just straight up catfished Eva. Just straight up just lied, child. Talk about how he was told this girl he was 20, 21. He's a model and he's in an agency and he is so fine. By the way, that profile picture looked nothing like him. It didn't even look like it could be his son. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this guy was ugly. He was not ugly. It's just you catfish, Eva. You are not who you say you were. This man was old, looked like an old pervert. Let's just be honest. Just come on. We walk up, child. We was being polite, but in our head, we was just trying to find a way out already. Uh, so Eva walks up to the guy. I stopped when she walked up to him. I kind of stopped in my steps because this your boo. I kind of stepped back and I watched her greet him or whatever. And they're talking and she give him a hug and he give her a hug and he tried to grip her butt and she kind of pushed back from him very fast. It was just real awkward, right? So we walk into the house. Now this house was just not the best house. I don't know if you ever been to Florida or from Florida, but some homes down here, we have a lot of old homes down here that has chimneys. Now mind you, Florida we don't get real winters. We don't really get cold down here. So if you see a home with a chimney on it down here, it's really old. It's from like the 30s and probably before that. It's really old home because we don't really get cold down here in Florida. So he had one of those houses. It was really old. He had a chimney on it. Walked in a house. The reason I mentioned that, a house is a house, y'all. But why lie and just tell her that you just this fine ass model and you say you got 2 cars and you got this nice house and you stay in this old 1916 built house that got a chimney on it that has no use. So me and her walk in the house. He was a gentleman, opened the front door. Don't know why we walked in this man's house, but I guess I felt like it's 2 against 1. We could take him if anything. So we walked in this old house. It smelled like, I think I described this before. It smelled like roaches. Y'all ever walk to somebody's house and you can tell that they have roaches? I can't stand this smell. It just smells like roach. It smells like roach. It smelled like old wood and roaches and piss and denture oils or denture gum, I seen some fucking denture, what you call it, adhesive. It just smelled like old people. It smelled like tobacco. It smelled like I don't know. It's just okay. So we walked in the house. The floor got to creaking. I'm a big girl now, so when I heard that, I stopped in my trap. I'm like, hold on now. And he's like, oh, the flow good. It's okay. And I keep walking. And so Eva behind me. And he's behind Eva because he was a gentleman. He opened the door for us. I'm standing there in the front living room. I didn't want to sit down. I don't like sitting down places that smell like roaches, y'all. So I was a little hesitant. But he go ahead and he tell us to make ourselves comfortable. And me and Eva, we didn't want to be rude. The whole time me and Eva is looking at each other like, you know, that girl, we can read each other, man. We was trying to find a way out. So we sit down. Eva sit next to me. The guy was okay. Okay. This is only like 5 to 7 minutes in. Eva steady tapping me, and I'm like, girl, we gotta, we just looking at each other, side eyeing each other. Just couldn't believe this man straight up lied. And my thing is, why catfish people? What do you think will happen when that person finally meets up with you and see that you are not who you say you were? Do you think that that person just going to be like, oh, I talked to you for all of these weeks. I made her fall in love. She's going to like me. Fuck no. That person is going to get mad and she's not going to talk to you. And you seem like a predator. You seem very weird. It was giving very predator energy. Knowing 2 young ladies coming, why you lie? Anyway, we sitting on this couch. He goes in the kitchen, bring us some sodas. I remember I got an orange soda. We sitting on this couch. And so next to the TV in the living room, I could see like this big white clear garbage bag. I'm talking about one of them huge ones. And it was filled like with like cassette tapes. You could see like the little black cassette tapes. It was like stacked in the bag. Stacked in the bag. He had like 4 or 5 big old bags full of cassette tapes stacked up. And so Eva, she asked Liar, and she like, Liar, you got movies in there? And so he was like, yeah, I got movies. You want to see one? And she like, hell yeah, let's see what we got. Cause we trying to break the ice. We already know this a catfish. I don't think she was ever gonna see him again. But while we're here, let's just have a little fun and let's see what let's watch a movie. So he like, yeah, them movies. And so she gets up off the couch to go look into the garbage bag, and he stopped her. He was like, oh no, I got it, baby girl. I got it, baby girl. Don't worry about it, baby girl. Have a seat, baby girl. And I'm on the couch just watching, just grinning, laughing in my head. So Eva take a seat. He comes back in the living room. He goes in the garbage bag. He fumbles through the bag a little bit, looking through the bag, and me and Eva, we finally get to talk just for a split second. I said, "Girl, we gotta get out of here," and she agreed. Like, what the fuck is this? So he eventually rises up from the bag, and he had like 2 cassette tapes in his hand, and he was like, which one y'all want to see? And before Eva can say, which movies you got, he pops one inside the VCR. Yep, still had a VCR. That's how you know he was old, y'all. Still had cassette tapes, still had a VCR. Anyway, not even a DVD player. Anyway, before she can pick a movie or say what you got, this old fart, Larry goes ahead and put one of the cassette tapes in the VH whatever player, and the little thing started to. I'm sitting there on my phone because I'm flipping at this point in my contacts to see who the hell can call my phone to get us out of this situation. And I just could not. I couldn't call nobody because, of course, I couldn't be like, oh, I'm somewhere, call me. No, I couldn't do that. So I was going through my text messages looking to see who I can text and be like, yo, can you just call my phone and pretend something's wrong? Anything? Nobody wasn't responding. So I came up with this clever idea in my head was tell Eva to put her phone on silent. Well, I'm texting her this. I text her to put her phone on silent. And I tell her to call me in exactly 5 minutes. And but when you call, just don't make it sound like you made a call. So I was texting her to pretty much auto-populate my phone number into her dial pad. Put the phone down, look at it, press call, put the phone back down. Make it, do it on the slide. You know what I mean? And when my phone ring, I'm going to pick it up and, we got to go, right? Cool. So Liar's standing at the TV. He put one of the cassette tapes in, and I'm on the phone texting Eva, scrolling, nobody responding. Why I hear moaning?
No. You're actually dumb. No. Oh my god, you're actually dumb. Holy fuck. You're actually stupid.
I hear moaning. I hear moaning on the TV. So I lift my head. I'm like, what the hell? It's porn on the TV, y'all. It's porn. I'm talking about white girl. Just titties everywhere. Just they going wild. Girls go wild. Listen here, he had the cassette tape. I'm talking about Big Booty Volume 2. He had it in. Big Booty Volume 2. And it wasn't given. Eva immediately, she was like, what you doing? So he didn't really respond. He put the little empty cartridge back into the bag, walked over and tried to sit next to me. What kind of gathering and a party he think he was having? I have no idea, but it was not given. It wasn't given. So he sit next to me. He tried to put his arms around my, on the couch like this or whatever. Tried, was not given. I stood up and I told him, I'm like, yo, you got a bathroom? And he was like, oh, you baby girl, you don't want to use the bathroom. My toilet stopped up. And I'm standing in the living room just stepping. It's creaking everywhere. Creak everywhere I step. It's just creaking from the old ass wood. He still got the porn on the TV with his arms laid down on the back of the couch. Just looking at me and Eva, like almost like just waiting for our reaction or for us to do something. I don't know what this guy was expecting. I don't know. And you could just hear the stuff in the background just going off. And me and Eva just standing there. So maybe like a second, I don't know, like maybe like a minute or two went by. And I got my phone and I text Eva. I say, call now. Put my phone down. Oh, Liar just still on the couch. He's so stupid, just sitting there, just looking at us. I don't know. He's sitting there looking at us. Me and Eva standing up looking at him, while it's moaning going on the TV. I don't know what he thought was gonna play out. I really want to know. Anybody, can y'all explain to me what he thought was gonna happen? Or what he was trying to set up to happen? Somebody please explain to me down in the comments, because I was not getting it. So my phone ring. I pick it up. I'm like, hello? Yeah, me and Eva, we left. Huh? Why would you lock yourself out the house? You don't have your key? And Eva, she like, what? Dang, how he lock himself out the house? I'm like, damn, yeah, how you lock yourself out the house? All right, Pop not home? All right, you ain't got your key? I'm coming now. I'm coming now, man. I'm coming. Now hang the phone up. And I tell Liar, I'm like, yo, Liar, you done? Y'all done hanging out? We gotta go. One of my little cousins locked himself out the house, and we gotta go unlock the door. He ain't fight it or nothing like that. So he was like, y'all gotta go? Y'all can't go chill with me a little longer? And I'm like, no, we have to go. Eva, she was checked out at this point. Eva, she was not really communicating with him no more. After he gave us some grape sodas, and I don't know, after he was just old and he lied. I guess her little heart was broken, child. She was so in love with this guy. She was in love with the thought of him being a model, and she thought he was just gonna be this fine, just fine stud. I don't know. I guess Eva's heart was broke, y'all. So she wasn't really talking to Liar no more after he gave us them grape sodas, and I was leading the way. I had to get us the hell up out of that old house. So he was like, okay, y'all gotta go, okay. And so we get up, and well, we was already up, but we started heading toward the door. And so I opened the front door, and he's like, how y'all gonna get home? I'm like, how we got here? We're gonna walk back down the street and get on the bus. And he was like, y'all ain't gotta do all that, young lady. You ain't gotta do all that, with his purple tongue. And he goes outside. Well, he grabs some keys and he goes outside. And he tell me and Eva to come on. So me and Eva look at each other like, finally he offered to come drop us off or something. I thought he had 2 cars. But of course, once we seen that he was catfish and he was a liar, those thoughts pretty much went out of our head. We kind of knew he was lying at that point. So he grabbed the keys and he walks outside and he tell us to come on. We walk outside and he walks us to around the side of the house. He had a tarp over this car. Tarps are cool because tarps protects vehicles from weather, just outside things you want to cover the car. So I'm like, okay, cool. He got his car covered. He takes the tarp from off of the hood, y'all. The most rusted, dusted. An antique is something considered to be 20 years or older. That was a vintage car. Old rusted Cadillac. It had rusted. It didn't even have a color, y'all. It was rusted. Y'all just know one of them old Cadillacs is just, the handles was broke off. The glass, the ceiling around the glass was just dry. The rubber was just not there anymore. He goes to get in the driver's seat of this car and he cranks it up. And he tries to crank it up. It took a little, he cranks the car up a little bit. Dust flew out the back. I don't know, the exhaust pipe. Dust flew out the exhaust pipes. And me and Eva is standing standing on the side, and we're just completely just. It was unbelievable. Like, I guess she was really heartbroken. I just can't believe people catfish people like that and think he thought it was gonna be a party. He really thought it was just going to be a party. He lied to this girl, told her he was a model, say he was so fine and fine as wine, and we meet up with him and he old as dirt, and he got on this LL Cool J suit and chest hair coming out. I never seen a man suck a lollipop until that day. And he thought we was going to come in there and watch porn with him and be a big happy family. I can't. People, I can't. I am done. I am done. People is funny. I just can't. I can't. I just can't. And so me and Eva, when he cranked the car up and we seen all that dust come out of the exhaust, we was already over it. We was through, child. So me and Eva, we tell the liar, we was like, oh no, we okay, we good. We brought an all day pass on the bus, so we're gonna use that. We're gonna walk, we're gonna get on the bus. So he was like, oh no, let me take you home. No, ladies, let me take you home. And it was not given. So me and Eva, we was like, no, it's okay, it's okay. We get on the bus. Well, we walk down the street. We get on the bus. We go back to my dad's house. We talk about it. We laughed about it. She had like 8 messages from this guy. Oh, he followed us to my dad's house. He followed us to my dad's house. It was 8 messages in her phone. How she didn't see those 8 messages, I feel like she probably muted him, blocked him. I don't remember how she didn't see those messages, but he followed us because when we got to my dad's house, we finally made it into the gate. She read the messages and he told us he saw us, like he was watching us. He said he followed the bus to my dad's house. Yeah. And yeah, that was pretty much weird. She went off on him and she was like, yeah, this is my dad's house. It wasn't her dad, it was my dad. But she was like, yeah, this is my dad's house. I'm telling my dad he's coming outside right now. And, you know, blah, 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 from the call the police. We pretty much scared the fuck out of him. And it was really, 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 really awkward. I never really I was on that app as well, but I never tried to meet nobody after that experience with her. And because I learned from it, it was Catfish City on there. So I just, He eventually stopped texting her. She said it took him a while, but she said it took him a while, but he eventually stopped. And that was a crazy story time for me, y'all. That was an experience to remember. It was funny. Me and her was just laughing about it. How these people can just catfish and think it's okay. It's not okay. But if y'all enjoyed my story time, if you like me, if you enjoy what I'm talking about, if you enjoy me, if you like my personality, if you like my story times, if you enjoyed this story time, please subscribe to my channel, like my video, leave a comment down below. And until next time, y'all already know. Peace.